This is some dark, satanic, disgusting literally. Like, the person that does this, you deserve the hottest level of hell. I don't know what happened this past summer, but a lot of y'all lost your minds. Lost your entire minds. Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. But today we're going to take a look back at 2023 and review the top 3 worst tourists of 2023. I have combed through all of the horrific stories from around the world, and I've chosen 3 incidents where people have made themselves out to be what my mom would say is a jackass and a Jenny ass. These stories are crazy, ridiculous, and honestly atrocious. Disgustingly atrocious. But first, let me introduce myself and my channel. If you want to travel the world, but you don't want to be a bad tourist like the 3 that I'm going to describe today, then join me. My name is JoJo. I'm a PR specialist, I'd say a diversity facilitator, and a conscious traveler. I help travelers think globally, act locally, engage ethically, so that as we're traveling, we don't end up replicating colonization, contributing to climate change, or disrespecting the local communities that we travel to. And these people that I'm about to describe have certainly gone above and beyond to replicate colonization and disrespect the local communities. Let's get into it. Throughout 2023, we have heard countless stories of people defacing historical monuments. There have been stories where, a German tourist goes to Italy or an American goes to France. I mean, people have put in hearts, they have put in, John loves Jane with a heart over it. And there's something particularly stupid about writing your name on a historical monument because, nigga, we know it's you. In July of 2023, a Canadian teenager was accused of writing his name, Julian, on a 1,200-year-old temple in Japan. The Toshudeji Temple in the ancient city of Nara is a protected historical site as well as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, Julian, baby, Julian, I understand you're young, you're a little dumb. But writing your name on a Japanese temple in 2023 with all these cameras, and as an activist, I'm not one to cry about property damage, but a historical site that is over 1,000 years old in a culture, in a community, in a country that does not belong to you, and even if it did, what was the point? It doesn't need to be said. Don't be defacing or writing stuff on historical sites, no matter where you are. This next story has risen the entitlement and superiority just a couple notches up. In the late summer of 2023, a 28-year-old German woman barged onto the stage of a Balinese dance performance in a sacred temple, and she appeared to be praying and joining in. And in an interview, she even had said that she thought that the performance and the temple would heal her. Honey, you are not the only one that needs healing, okay? We know, we can see that you need something. You need something. We know you need some sort of healing, but you are not the only one, okay? You are not above everybody else. You cannot just barge onto the dance performance in a sacred temple because you need healing. Like, your healing is more important than everyone else's experience. Your healing is more important than the performers that put on such a show. Your prayer, your heal, like the gods just chose you. It's the superiority for me. Why are you naked? I'm sure nobody asked for that. I think that when we travel to other places, we tend to feel like we're anonymous. There might have been alcohol or drugs involved. That's none of my business. But an overall rule, regardless of where you're going, try to keep some clothes on. Something. A bottom, a top, a shirt, shoes. Let's keep our clothes on in 2024. You see, the thing that pisses me off about this, I had the chance to go to Bali in 2014, but I couldn't because I was a broke college student, long story short. Anyways, Indonesia is finna kick all of y'all out. I don't know what y'all think Bali is there for, but Bali is not there for you. Bali is not there for you to experiment and pretend like you're living on a TV show. Bali has, just within the last year and the last few months, Bali has introduced a lot of new laws and restrictions for tourists because y'all are over there showing y'all asses off. And for what? For what? It's a beautiful place. But you have to understand that the culture is completely different from most of our cultures. Indonesia is a Muslim majority country. You cannot go over there and just wear anything, drink anything, do anything, say anything. It is so disrespectful to their culture. And while I'm sure that individual Balinese people, Indonesian people are very understanding that your culture is different from theirs, that you're a tourist, and they understand the difference, you still have to remember where you're at. And so at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they shut Bali down. It's wild to me because y'all wouldn't be doing those things in Saudi Arabia. You wouldn't do those things in Dubai. You would not be doing those things, at least not publicly, not so shamelessly. You wouldn't be doing those things so shamelessly in any other Muslim majority country. But you think that Indonesia is fine. You think that you can do that in Bali because they're chill, they're nice people, they're friendly. Some of these people are really ruining it for the rest of us, and I hate that. I don't know what happened this past summer, but a lot of y'all lost your minds. Lost your entire minds. This next story is some vile, disgusting, satanic and I mean that literally. Literal In July of 2023, in the beautiful island off the coast of Spain, Mallorca, a tourist who was walking on the promenade of Playa del Palma, beautiful beach there, saw another tourist sleeping, and this man decided to pull his pants down and take he decided to poop on the sleeping man's face. What is wrong with y'all? Honestly, the images, there's a whole video of it, and all of it is just so gross and disgusting. Who would do that? There's so many levels of atrocities here. You pooping in public. You pooping on someone's face. In another country. When there's video evidence. What kind of human being does such a thing? This man deserves the hottest level of hell. You truly are a disgusting, vile human being for doing this. And this is really scary for me as someone who likes to take naps on beaches. If someone did that to me, the only option would be murder. There's no justice after that. The justice system. Jail. So that concludes my top 3 worst tourists of 2023. Although number 1, probably the worst tourist for a decade at least, at the very least. I don't even know how someone could top that. God, I hope no one's trying to top that. But the thing is, I know there's someone out there that's like, hold my beer. In this next section of the video, I'm going to give a few tips to help us all be better travelers in 2024. This is a preview of a longer video that I'm hoping to do. Obviously, we could all start with don't shit on anyone without their consent, because I ain't trying to yuck nobody's yum. Please don't go around defacing historical monuments. And obviously, I don't know why this needs to be said, but keep your clothes on. So my first two tips blend together. Number one is listen and observe. When you first get into a country or even a city, just become a really good people watcher. Understand the culture that you're coming into, understand the customs, the norms, take note of the way that people are greeting each other. Are they shaking hands? Are they fist bumping? Are they hugging? Are they kissing from cheek to cheek? Like, what is the norm here? And secondly, do your research. There are a lot of things that you can do before you even get into a country, and understand your sources because there's not too many foreigners who can tell you the customs of Indonesia, So you want to make sure that you're going to sources that are reliable and that actually know what they're talking about. My next three tips blend right into each other. Number three is have a bit of humility, okay? Understand that you don't know everything. There's no way for you to know anything. What's the African proverb? Man who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. Yeah, that thing. And always be willing to learn. Number four is take responsibility. If you offend someone, if you do something wrong, take ownership of the things that you say, you do. And lastly, my final tip, learn how to say thank you and sorry in the native dialect. No matter what country you're going to, no matter what they speak, learn the local dialect and learn how to say thank you, learn how to say sorry. Those two words will get you so far. I don't care if 70% of the country knows English, okay? I don't care if you're going to be on the resort the whole time. If you're going to learn 5 words, if you're going to learn 1 sentence, if you're going to try to brush up on your Spanish, learn specifically what does this dialect, what does this city, this group of people, how do they say thank you and sorry in that language? There have been plenty of times in my travel where knowing how to say those 2 words, it means so much to people because it shows that you've done your research, you're willing to learn, you're taking ownership, you have a bit of humility. It's that extra step, that extra mile that people really appreciate as you travel. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, like this video, share this video with a friend, or subscribe to my channel for more tips on how to be a better tourist in 2024. And if all of those things are just too much for you, they just require too much effort from you, then at least, please, I beg, please don't shit on anyone's face unless you get their consent, unless they want, they get excited, yes.